For thousands of years, Egypt has been defined by the Nile, its deserts, and its ancient cities. Today, it is pursuing an unprecedented reinvention. Through Vision 2030, Egypt is investing about $170 billion in megaprojects to transform deserts, coastlines, and neglected regions into new economic engines. From luxury Mediterranean cities and high-speed rail to nuclear power plants and a new capital, supporters see a path to growth and jobs, while critics question affordability amid debt and inflation. The question remains, can Egypt turn ambition into lasting results? The blueprint behind Egypt's megaproject boom. At the heart of Egypt's construction surge lies Vision 2030, a government-led strategy aimed at reshaping the country's economic and social foundations. The plan rests on three interconnected pillars. The first is economic development, focused on diversifying Egypt's economy beyond tourism and natural gas, while attracting long-term foreign investment. The second pillar is social development, which emphasizes housing, job creation, and improved living standards for a population growing by millions every decade. The third pillar targets environmental sustainability, including renewable energy projects and lower carbon emissions. Over the past decade, Egypt has already invested billions in roads, bridges, utilities, and housing. But the newest phase of Vision 2030 goes much further, introducing projects whose scale rivals those of wealthier Gulf states. New Alamein City. One of the most visible symbols of Egypt's ambition is New Alamein City, rising along the Mediterranean coast. Once known mainly for its World War II battlefields, the area is now being transformed into a high-end urban resort designed to rival popular destinations in southern Europe. Stretching across reclaimed coastal land, the city features a 14-kilometer seaside promenade, luxury villas, and more than 15,000 hotel rooms already completed. High-rise residential towers dominate the skyline, including a skyscraper reaching nearly 300 meters. Artificial lagoons and landscape districts aim to give the city the feel of a year-round resort, rather than a seasonal beach town. Beyond tourism, New Alamein is intended to reduce pressure on overcrowded Cairo. By 2030, planners hope the city will house up to 3 million residents, supported by modern infrastructure and smart city technology. Rising property prices and increasing foreign interest suggest the strategy is gaining traction, at least among investors. Egypt's largest foreign investment deal ever. Just west of New Alamein lies Ras El Hekma, a coastal region that until recently was home to small farming communities and untouched beaches. That changed dramatically with the signing of a $35 billion investment deal backed by the United Arab Emirates, now the largest foreign investment in Egypt's history. The project envisions a waterfront city roughly the size of Washington, D.C., divided into 11 districts. Luxury resorts, entertainment venues, and residential zones line the coast, while inland areas preserve olive and fig farming alongside light industry. The city is expected to host up to 8 million tourists annually and provide housing for as many as 2 million residents. To support this growth, plans include hospitals, schools, universities, and a new airport just south of the city. For Egypt's government, Ras El Hekma is more than a tourism project. It is a financial lifeline aimed at stabilizing the economy and restoring investor confidence. Stitching Egypt together. Building glamorous cities means little if people cannot reach them easily. That reality is driving one of Egypt's most transformative infrastructure projects, its first high-speed rail network. In 2021, Egypt signed a $4.5 billion contract with Siemens Mobility to begin construction of a national rail system that will eventually span 1,800 kilometers. The first segment, known as the Green Line, connects Red Sea ports to Alexandria on the Mediterranean, passing through newly developed tourist cities. Two additional lines, the Blue Line and Red Line, will link Cairo to Upper Egypt, Sudan, Luxor, and the Red Sea port of Safaga. Once complete, the network will serve around 60 cities, transporting an estimated 30 million passengers per year at speeds of up to 230 kilometers per hour, cutting travel times nearly in half. Beyond convenience, the rail system is central to Egypt's environmental goals. Officials estimate that shifting travelers from cars and buses to trains could reduce national carbon emissions by as much as 70%, assuming widespread adoption. El Dabaa Nuclear Power Plant. Tourism cities and rail networks demand massive amounts of electricity, and Egypt's answer is nuclear energy. The El Dabaa Nuclear Power Plant, located on the Mediterranean coast, represents a $30 billion partnership with Russia and the country's first nuclear energy facility. The plant consists of 4 reactors, each contributing to a total capacity capable of supplying around 10% of Egypt's electricity needs. Once fully operational, El Dabaa is expected to power up to 4 million homes, significantly reducing Egypt's reliance on natural gas. Although the project was agreed upon in 2015, construction was delayed by regulatory approvals and the COVID-19 pandemic. The first unit is scheduled to begin operation soon, with all 4 reactors expected online by 2030. In addition to energy security, the project is projected to create thousands of skilled jobs and support industrial expansion. The Suez Canal Economic Zone. While new cities capture headlines, Egypt's long-term economic success depends heavily on industrial output and trade. That is where the Suez Canal Economic Zone comes into play. Established in 2015, the zone covers an area more than twice the size of Washington, D.C., positioned strategically along one of the world's most important shipping routes. The goal is to turn the region into a manufacturing and logistics hub connecting east and west. Industries operating within the zone include logistics, textiles, solar manufacturing, tire production, and heavy industry. So far, the Suez Canal Economic Zone has attracted around $6 billion in foreign investment and created over 100,000 jobs. A recent $1.7 billion deal will add a metal industries complex with 9 factories, generating another 8,000 jobs. Future plans include expanded container ports and additional industrial zones designed to deepen Egypt's role in global trade. The new administrative capital. Perhaps the most controversial element of Vision 2030 is Egypt's new administrative capital, located 45 kilometers east of Cairo. With a projected cost of $58 billion, the city is intended to relieve congestion in the capital by relocating government institutions and housing millions of residents. Planners envision a city capable of accommodating 6.5 million people, featuring Africa's tallest skyscraper, the continent's largest mosque, an Olympic-scale sports complex, and vast green spaces. Government ministries, parliament, and the presidential palace are already operational in parts of the city. Critics, however, argue that the new administrative capital prioritizes political symbolism over immediate public needs. While Cairo continues to struggle with traffic, pollution, and high living costs, questions remain about who can afford to live in the new capital and whether it truly addresses inequality. Can Egypt afford its ambitions? Egypt's megaprojects represent one of the most aggressive national development efforts in the world today. Supporters see them as essential investments that will modernize infrastructure, diversify the economy, and create millions of jobs. Skeptics warn that rising debt, inflation, and uneven benefits could undermine these goals. The truth likely lies somewhere in between. If managed effectively, projects like the rail network, industrial zones, and energy investments could generate long-term returns. But success depends not just on building impressive structures. It depends on whether ordinary Egyptians see meaningful improvements in jobs, housing, and quality of life. By 2030, the world will have a clear answer. Egypt is betting its future on concrete, steel, and ambition. Whether that bet pays off remains one of the most consequential development stories of the decade. If you found this deep dive into Egypt's massive Vision 2030 projects insightful, don't stop here. These megaprojects aren't just about buildings and billion-dollar price tags. They're about whether bold ideas can actually change the future of a nation. And if you want more smart, fact-based breakdowns of the world's biggest projects and boldest plans. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.